made our way out to this beautiful piece of the countryside here. Eric White, president and head winemaker here at Galena Cellars. And this is, once again, the Driftless area just offers so much stunning beauty. And what a wonderful place to set up shop here.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be here.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Galena Cellars.
Yeah, so Galena Cellars is a family-run winery. My sister and I are the third generation, and my mother and my uncle built the Galena Cellars, the brand, to what it is today. And in 2018, my sister and I took over as the third generation. And so I run the production and winemaking operations. And my sister does the social media, marketing, and runs our wine club.
And runs the wine club.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wine, what do we have here?
So what we have here is called our Vineyard White. And it's really special because the vineyard that we're in right now is where the grapes came from. And so the variety is called Lacrosse. And I call this the heritage or founder's block because this is the very first vineyard my mom planted back in 1991. So actually, I believe it's one of the oldest, definitely the older vineyards in this entire state of Illinois. So we're very fortunate to be able to have these vines thrive for 30 plus years.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's I don't know how you would describe this because it's not sweet. It's it certainly has a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet.
Yeah, so we call this a semi-sweet wine. And so I would describe it as, I call it a porch pounder. Yeah. So this time of year,
God, I love the Midwest. So
yeah, you just sit on your porch on a beautiful day like this, and we don't pound it, we sip it.
Yeah, sure,
But
sure.
you can pound it if you want. But no, it's crisp, it's fresh, it's aromatic. You're going to get notes of citrus, lime. You get a little bit of tropical fruits, pineapple.
Sure.
So it's just a wonderful summer drinking wine. It goes down so smooth.
Oh yeah, I tell you, there's something absolutely so special about drinking a wine and walking through the rows of vineyards where it's been produced.
I know, it gives you a sense of place. Winemaking is wonderful because it's a combination of agriculture. As you can see, we're in the vineyard. There's a lot of work that goes into that. It's a combination of science, a lot of chemistry and microbiology, and then it's an art form because you and I, we could take the same grapes and we can make two totally different wines. So that's where the winemaking comes into play, where you can choose the style and how you want the wine to turn out in the end.
Very, very interesting. I'm a little bit more curious about the whole process. Can we go check out the barrel room?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Cheers.
Yeah. So we've made our way into more of your production side of things, and you walk in and I'm immediately confronted with this giant terracotta jar here. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. What is going on here?
Yeah, so this is a really special vessel that we use, and we're one of the few wineries in Illinois that actually use these. And so it's called the terracotta amphora. It's made of clay. And it has very unique aging properties, but it also has a really unique history. Terracotta amphoras were originally used to age wine dating back to 6,000 years ago.
Oh, geez.
And you forward 6,000 years to now, we're making wine in Illinois, and not only are we doing it at a high level, we're aging it in the same vessels that our ancestors did.
I'm so interested in all about this. So what do you have in here?
So I have 2021 is the vintage when the grapes were harvested, a Chambersin from Southern Illinois. Okay. So this has been aging in here for about 20 months.
Wow.
So you have to be very patient as a winemaker.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, well, I'd love to try something.
Yeah.
So we can just take a sample right
Yeah,
out.
so this is called a wine thief, and you use it to steal wine.
A wine thief.
That is the technical term, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And we have my mother here, the second generation, always looking down on me to make sure that I'm not tasting this too much. But yeah, let's give it a whirl. So Chambersin is called the Cabernet of Illinois because it's a little bit more robust in color and tannin, and it has nice dark fruit aromas. So here we go.
Yeah, it's got a lovely rich color as well.
Absolutely. So that's contributed to the variety, and also the amphora helps with that as well. So let's give it a nice swirl. Can I put you on the spot and tell me what you smell?
Here's the deal, Eric. I've got a horrible palate. Just okay, let's. This certainly is a little bit more drier.
Yep, this is definitely 100% dry.
I mean, it has floral notes to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I get a little bit of rose in there, and then it works its way into darker fruits, blackberry, cassis a little bit.
Wow.
And then it has a really silky smooth structure, and it has that vibrant acidity, or I call minerality, from the amphora.
It's certainly interesting. And you've got a wide variety of other kind of fermentation processes you've got going on here.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of different things here, which is really fun. And we're always trying to push the envelope in winemaking, improve our quality, and see how we can best represent the Midwest and Illinois and its varieties. So we have a number of different sizes of barrels. We use French oak, American oak. We use different cooperages, different toast levels, different forests from around the world, and to see what works best with each variety.
Sure.
And this beauty is
this big honking Jeep?
So this is called a foudre, and it's a French
Foudre.
Yeah, it's a French oak tank. And what we do is we ferment red grapes in here. So we can fit about 7,000 pounds of grapes in here.
7,000 pounds.
Yeah, so 3.5 tons of grapes. And we ferment the reds in here. And the oak helps give it a little bit of structure early on. Sure. And it's really fantastic. So we use this for our high-end dry red wines.
Okay. And then what is this alien-looking thing over here?
Yeah, so this is really unique. This is called a concrete egg. And it's made in France. And the idea is an egg does not have a flat bottom. It's round, right? So during fermentation, alcohol, carbon dioxide, and heat are produced as byproducts. Alcohol being the most important, of course, which makes wine wine.
Right.
But the heat part of it is really important. So heat rises, and what happens is it's a convection. So it causes a constant stirring motion because of the bottom's not flat. So it's almost like a lava lamp.
Well, this has been very nice. How about we head into the tasting room for one more drink?
Absolutely. Let's try some more wines.
All right. So Eric, we made our way into the tasting room that you've got here. Tell me a little bit about this space.
Yeah, so this is our main tasting room here at the Vineyard. It's very large, so we can accommodate large groups, and we do get very busy on Saturdays and Sundays because we do have live music out here during the summer. We call it Music in the Vines. So every Saturday we have live music, and select Sundays as well. Yeah.
Tell me, what do we got here?
So what we have here is one of our flagship wines. It's called Eric the Red.
Okay.
And so this has a fun story about it. Well, first of all, we grow the grapes here on the property. But this was the very first wine that I was able to make when I was 12 years old. And
when you were 12?
When I was 12, yeah.
Jeez,
so
Eric.
my mother, that might be illegal, but that's okay. We bend the rules a little bit. So my mother came up with the idea that if you wanted to explore the idea of winemaking someday as a career, let's start you off early. And she basically did all the work. She sourced the grapes, but she tried to help me learn the winemaking process. And she let me name the wine. And so naturally, I was a 12-year-old kid, and I thought, let's name it Eric the Red.
Eric the Red.
Yeah, so it's made from Marechal Foch grapes, and it's very similar to a Pinot Noir. So it's got beautiful notes of cherry, red raspberry, and it's a little bit lighter, and it's very fresh. It's a food pairing wine.
But out here in the country, it is absolutely breathtaking. And the wine is also very, very good.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. And we'd love to host you guys and have you down at our 111 Main location and meet our chef. We do specialty wine cocktails down there, and we have lots of events. So.
Oh, well, can't wait to visit. Fantastic. Thanks for having us out.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys.